just Discord and Twitch crash. It was like I couldn't even load web pages for a couple seconds.
Oh wow. Yeah, no, everything.
Yeah, everything came to a stop. Okay.
Shut up, Chevrolet.
Yeah, I mean, this will definitely be a rocky one, but 8.
It happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry about my internet just not wanting to exist right now.
Townspeople found the witching hour filler and were like, burn the witch. And
Burn the witches.
yeah, we
Yeah.
had to
They
run.
missed and got G.
Yeah.
Dig
happens
through the
every time our
ditches and
stream
burn
on
through the
Xbox
witches.
Yeah.
And they dug through the witches and burned through the ditches and they're like, oh,
And
dang it,
slam in the
should
back
make
of my
that
take
a
you
comic.
there.
Yeah. I mean, Gobsmacked was definitely there. The peasants and pitchforks were just outside my door.
The peasants and the wrenches and the wenches and the drenches.
Yep.
And
The peasants
birds
just
and-
gonna try and fade me.
Yeah, they couldn't handle it.
Yeah. Could call me on my cell phone.
Get busy.
I do.
You killed the shark
I
dragon?
do.
And well, Brandon, you'll have to use your amazing video editing skills to stitch those two parts together. So
Okay.
I trust you on this.
I don't really know video editing yet, but I will start tonight.
You don't even have to stitch them together perfectly. You can do like a technical difficulty screen.
Yeah.
That's probably exactly what I was gonna do. I was gonna
Like,
whip
throw
up
it-
something in Photoshop like that.
Yeah, technical difficulties, and just do like the Modify-a-thon, like
Yeah.
or something not copyrighted. But
I actually don't think that is.
I mean, hopefully
I'm
it's
Because
not.
you can just do a acapella.
I mean, if not, you just go.
Yeah,
That's definitely not.
because that's what
Sure,
everyone
one
wants to
music
see while watching a podcast is technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Someone your guitar discordantly. Just
Yeah.
Simulate
Cue the
scream.
synthwave, Timothy.
Do the boss battle.
Yeah.
That's not
Use the
synthwave.
Vuvuzela.
That's not. Can you actually play the synthwave song that we've been working on for 3 years? I know you like bloopy reggae jams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when Satan ruled the
Exactly.
Got it.
And that's what we're all about here. We're discount Game Grumps sometimes, so that's just what it be.
Yeah,
We're
but
Count
that's
Chocula.
Count
Discount
Chocula.
Did you
That's
say
how he was not
discount
discount.
Chocula?
I mean, we're more like
Chocula
discount.
costs a lot of money.
Yeah. Oh, ROEL.exe has ceased to function. Nice.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna be the title. That or WHF.
Yeah.
.exe has ceased to function.
Well, you know my thing where it's WHF podcasts and then the title. So you did that before, and you don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm trusting you to do it again. Cause
I probably will.
thank you. Now we just need to come up with jobs for Billy Steen and Corrupt Starshade. Actually, Corrupt Starshade has school, so
That
We also have
So-
school.
yeah, but you don't have college school. It's different.
Starshade also did make her asset, so
She did.
I made it myself.
And you also make other assets, so, I mean, I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to pull a that person who shall not be named move. But every
Yeah.
now and again, if you feel like making something for the podcast, just let me know. And if this ever does kick off the ground, well, technically you're already a co-host, so you'd get being moneyed for that. So,
you're a co-host now too.
yeah, you've ascended from guesthood to co-host.
Saw
mean, that
freaking Oni
made-
plays. This is life Julie, it's about time we promote you. You're on your Oni now. I'm Oni now.
Oh, man.
The dead ghosts, the vibing ghost in the corner, the
Mhm.
dance, the
Yeah.
skeleton man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very handsome
very,
boy.
very important assets, all of them.
I mean, I
Good
think
promo.
so. They make the podcast more interesting, at least in visual format. We don't know because we don't know if this will ever go anywhere else. We
Yeah.
always had plans to, but I don't know where other podcast place to put this, and
I still need to look a bit.
yeah. How about Billy Steen? You come up with a drafted plan, and we'll go with whatever you
Maybe
come
like
up with.
SoundCloud.
A drafted plan.
SoundCloud.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, maybe. That
What,
Yeah,
could
maybe.
work.
what is this plan for?
Well,
Sounds
write
good
me
for
a
'em.
suggestion document detailing how you think we should post this places, and then bada bing, bada boom, you're carrying your own weight.
Yep, you can go the distance now.
Yep.
You are now allowed to leave said distance to go others.
You can now go walk a mile in someone's shoes, though not mine. I like my shoes.
What about some moccasins?
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
That's a good book, if
Um,
anyone remembers, probably.
What the heck are we talking about now?
I don't know. We were talking about productive.
Yeah.
I can't English.
Mhm.
That.
So here's a segue that we'll probably get run over anyways, but so I was talking last time about the JoJo's, and I just want to give a little bit of status update on that. I have finished Stone Ocean now.
How was it?
My feelings about it are complicated. Stone Ocean hurt me in ways that I didn't think was possible. And if I was to
Oh.
recommend it to anybody, like, I still think it should a read that people should have, but my only suggestion is don't read it for the ending. Not because the ending is bad or the ending is good, but the ending just hurts, is all I'm gonna say.
It
Like,
exists.
It does more than exist. It's more of like jamming a knife into your flipping heart. Because it, like I said, that ending actually genuinely hurt.
Did it help you find the one part of you left that still cared so you could kill it forever?
No, it took everything I thought could not be hurt on, and it was like, yeah, you know what? This thing you didn't think you actually cared about, you do. And I'm just going to step on all of it. I'm going to step on your dreams, your ambitions, and everything you ever liked. And I was like, oh.
That's weird.
Other than that, I was thinking about like holding off on JoJo material, mostly because of the hurt I endured with Stone Ocean. But surprisingly, I've just jumped immediately into Stone Ocean, or not Stone Ocean, Steel Ball Run.
Ah.
Which is, I'm enjoying it so far, I'd have to say.
Yeah.
Because Steel Ball Run is essentially, it doesn't take place in the same continuity as the other JoJo's did. Because Stone Ocean pretty much wrapped up that continuity, the original continuity. You could continue on from it, but it's done. It is.
It's sleeping.
Yeah, and I really can't go into more without like giving spoilers for Stone Ocean.
Yeah.
Done. It's over. Move on.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it is gone, done. Do not worry about original continuity. Jotaro and I can only think of Jotaro, but Giona or
Jolene.
Jolene,
Jolene.
Joseph, Jonathan, Cardboard Cutout number 3. All of them still exist.
It exists. It still does, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm granted, to be fair, Phantom Blood is not the best arc to like draw on it, but there's definitely some very forgettable members in Phantom Blood, like ones I just didn't even remember existed. Because I thought in Phantom
Yeah.
Blood it went immediately from, you know, he gets his ripple powers, his Hamon, and learns Sinnoh.
Ambo.
You know,
Ambo.
Zabelli dies, he gains Super Hamon, and then he just ends up on Dio's castle somehow and slices Dio in half, and then he's like continues talking and like slides his head back together, and then he gets pushed up the mountain, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna die, so I'm gonna cut off my head," and somehow not die. But no, it turns out there was actually stuff in between Zabelli dying and him ending up at the castle. But all of those characters were not characters I cared about or even knew existed in the first place, so...
Hey, by the way, I wanted to address this because I heard him moan earlier, but Billy Stein, Stien's 2, what's up? I heard you groan.
Big disappoint, but it's whatever. Continue with podcast.
I mean, okay.
My problem
but-
should not concern you.
I mean,
I
do you
mean-
want to talk about it?
Yeah, you
Oh
wanna
man,
talk
I want
about
to
it?
do a podcast. That's what we're here for, man.
Well, then let's talk
you do
about
know
it.
podcast is you do know
Let's
podcast
talk
is
about
people,
that.
You know, podcast is people talking about stuff, right? It's
Yeah,
not just
Especially
your
our
silence in the
podcast, which is
first
literally
episode.
talking about anything and everything.
Stop being smart.
Yeah,
Let my
except for
dumb
the-
logic win.
Except for the first
please.
episode.
Yeah, the first episode was.
a lot of silence.
The first
Oh.
episode was and then SpongeBob died for 30 minutes, and
I did, and it was funny.
yeah, and then it
But
was
not for me.
not for you, and
And
then
then we
me
got
and Billy Steen had to
Guys.
improvise, and we were not best at improvising. And they're like, "Hey, can you talk about something while I go get water because my throat is parched?" Actually, I forgot to bring my water in here and put it in my mini fridge. So I might need to
That
do
was-
that.
I
That
didn't
was the
fully
one
die because
time.
I had my tray table up and I kept my seat back in the full upright position.
Oh, okay.
That was the first time I couldn't get any information about Space
Also, I
Out.
crawled out of there with my lucky.
Yeah,
Autographed
I,
Warlock
I,
Dark
like I
Snorkel.
said before, I think sometimes you just get camera shy. You're just
Shamrock
Shamrock
Microphone
High.
shy.
You're just very, very not want to talk
Shamrock High,
about
that
things.
sounds like a Dragon Ball villain.
Yeah, that being said, my favorite thing about the first podcast is Resident Teenage Yokel.
Yes. I do remember that. That was
Yeah.
a good one.
And I stopped calling you that just because I didn't know if that actually hurt your feelings or not. So I was like, I'm gonna hold on.
I don't
Yo,
look if it has a meaning. I don't know the meaning, and I like the
Let's
nickname.
look it
I
up.
think it's funny.
Yokel means hee-haw.
an uneducated, unsophisticated person from the countryside.
Yeah.
The only thing wrong with that is I'm a city boy.
You live in Nowheresville, Central
City.
Valley.
You live in the middle of nowhere with your husband.
And
You
while
just
I might
passed.
be willing to concede that that place is technically, by definition, a city, it is not a city.
It's a
I mean,
town.
It is a town. Technically, it has the population to be a city, but it's a town.
It's way too densely compacted to be considered a city.
If I move,
It is not it's not densely compacted. Brett,
if I move,
yeah.
I'll be in.
well,
Which-
that entire place is a country town. Like that's why
No,
I
it's
said
not.
it. It is.
Country town, you're a clown.
You
It's
can't
entire-
you can't even leave in any direction away from that place without immediately hitting a farm or an orchard. Matter of fact, there's so many farms and orchards. There's farms and orchards inside of that place.
There is.
Yeah,
Look, there goes one now.
and
Passing
there's
by in-
so many that my
Passing
bus
by in the back of a trailer.
route in elementary school literally went outside of that place and picked up everybody who lived in a farm and then went and hit all the other houses and then to the school.
I remember that from my elementary too.
Yeah, so you cannot tell me that place is a city. It is not.
It's a
There's
town.
some places where there's cities.
Yeah,
Well,
there's some.
yes.
What?
Yes.
Only the tourists go there,
Yes,
but like
cities exist. No,
Yeah.
no.
well,
Fresno
that
is a
wrong.
city. Fresno is a city. Where you live is not a city.
Yes.
I said
Fresno
that
is a
wrong.
city.
Those are
But
the
Yeah.
places that
See,
Bakersfield is definitely a city.
Bakersfield
I
is definitely a city.
Bakersfield is like beta LA.
Yeah.
I said that wrong. It's
Like straight up. It's like LA if it was always on fire and there were tweakers around every corner.
Wait, LA isn't on fire?
But nah, the hills of Los Angeles aren't burning.
Oh, okay.
But
And
Bakersfield does have palm trees, so
Billy,
those palm
what
trees
were you
are
gonna say?
candles in the murder wind.
I was gonna say I said that wrong. That's the only place that tourists go to.
That's
Where?
not true.
What, cities?
In the place that I want to go.
No.
Yeah, no, and as SpongeBoy is somebody who currently lives, Bay Area, Silicon Valley-ish location, he can tell you.
Like right outside of it.
And
hey,
I don't know if where you specifically live is considered a city, but I know that area generally is considered more city-ish. I mean,
It's a sub-city.
it's a sub-city. It's more of like a borough than it is a city.
Yeah,
so what's the population?
Because
Yeah.
it's actually less than where William lives, but that's not including like actual Fremont, which is more so the actual city.
Mhm.
We're like a sub-district of said city that
Yeah.
at the same time is also just classified as its own city, despite the
Mhm.
fact it's literally like. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it was the
well,
same
you're
deal
in
with like
you're in this place. You go like one block down, you're in the next city.
Yeah, it was the same thing with
Well-
like Daly City. Like Daly City is Daly City, but if you just take 1 inch outside of Daly City, you're in San Francisco.
Yeah.
It is more of like a borough than it is an actual
It's like a suburb.
suburb. Yeah, a very large suburb, but yes,
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
have a
no, here-
settlement hierarchy.
It's a piece of land with buildings on it. That
It's a
is considered
pretty-
city. That's not
It's
a
a
city.
pretty like
Mhm.
population wise it's pretty small here, but like I said, since how close we are to Fremont, if you were to add up Fremont's, then
hmm
yeah, it's
And I'm
not.
pretty sure like they only do that just because it makes it easier to manage the land and the people. Because
Yeah.
if you were to make that entire area San Francisco or make it entirely, what any other town that is around, or I guess city around that area, then it would be way too many people.
Like it's like LA area is like almost half of California.
Yeah, I mean, granted, there are residential places in San Francisco, but most of San Francisco is more commercial than, residential.
Very true.
Hey,
Also, San Francisco is just not that good in general anymore. It's really
Was it
gone
ever
downhill in
good
the
to
last
begin
5 years.
with?
Back before I was born, apparently.
Yeah, but that never happened.
Back in like the late '60s through the early '90s, it was really good.
hmm
And then
I
it kind
mean-
of just started falling flat once like '96 happened, and then now a lot of it's like really bad, honestly.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I never real thing. People who live in San Francisco or around that area know this, but people who don't, there's an entire day dedicated to practicing every single drill. You do a fire drill and a earthquake drill and a stranger danger drill, and
Electric drill.
yeah, it is literally like you run through
Where's
every
my
single
power
drill. Yeah.
And a drill going into a wall in Boston Say.
Can't run through
Drills.
drills.
And the
Solid
reason
object.
why they do that is because of 96.
Yes.
But it is done every year on the same day.
Yep.
So I grew up knowing how to defend myself from falling doorways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Actually,
just try and catch me, doorway.
you do get a lot of microquakes there.
We do. We actually just had one like 3 days ago.
Yeah. I was in a car in not 7-Eleven. I was in a car with my mom and my sister, for In-N-Out, and the car was shaking, and my mom was yelling at me to stop shaking the car, but like I was asleep in the back seat, and she was like, "Oh, I guess it's a mini quake." And that became a running joke throughout our entire time there. Not because I just slept through that one microquake, but because I slept through every single microquake. Every time it was
Oh my
happening, I was
gosh.
asleep. So I never actually experienced
Apparently-
it.
Apparently, I've actually slept through the last 3 here as well.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it's just the timing of it. It's like, oh yeah, it happened at like 9 a.m. It's like I had only been asleep for 3 hours.
Yeah, but people in that area love talking about it. It's like, oh, did you feel that microquake? Oh man, it's weird
Yeah.
because it's the exact opposite of like where I live. Not the microquake thing, but like snow. Because I grew up Central Valley, I and San Francisco, so I didn't really get a lot of
There's a myth there.
snow is a myth. It doesn't exist. And then we move here, and
Okay.
it's like there is snow everywhere. Matter of fact, the year we came here was like the worst year it ever snowed in like multiple years. 2016 was like just a lot of snow. And it's
Wow.
kind of worked in patterns like every other year. We have a really heavy year of snow ever since I moved here.
Heard of heavy rain, now get ready for heavy snow.
Our
Better
last
stop the
winter
driveway.
was mixed. We had some heavy. Actually, it was pretty heavy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I mean, not as heavy as some other areas I know some people lived.
No.
But snow is a thing. As a matter of fact,
Does exist.
SpongeBob, I will tell you this right now. One of my favorite things is just how stained all the tires get during winter is because they gravel the ground.
Yeah.
And so, like, everyone's tires just become red because they're driving over this gravel.
Pretty cool.
Everyone's
Yeah.
running over blood.
It's so bad that, like, even the underside of cars, like, gets tinted red.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Welcome to Blood City.
Welcome to Blood City.
Yeah. Population snow.
Dracula would like to know your location.
Dracula will remember this.
Dracula
Maybe.
doesn't like Europe anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Too many Belmonts.
Too many Belmont.
Too many cooks.
9 out
So
of 10.
many memes.
8 out of 10. Too many Belmonts. Too much
8 out of
Belmont.
10 is I.
Mm-hmm. One is too many.
I actually really love the Hoenn games.
It could be
Happy
carried
Hoenn
by a
game.
swallow.
Only an African swallow though.
And a Wingo.
Not a European.
It could grasp it by the husks.
Not a matter of how it grips it. It's a matter of weight ratio.
I
5
saw
ounce
a
bird
little
could
bit of a
not carry
stutter.
a 1 pound coconut.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of a stream stutter there. Hopefully we'll be alright. If it does happen again, I think we'll just call it there for the night because my internet is deciding to be the big dumb.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Absorbed Brandon's.
I mean, we already talked about this
Hurt.
before we went back live. I'm telling the folks at home. So this
Yeah.
might end up being a mini stream, which isn't a bad thing. Is it a
No.
good thing? Hmm.
It exists.
I mean, who are you and what are you doing in my bathroom?
have
Eating
snow.
all,
I don't
eating
know.
all
It's
your
my
Irish
first day.
I'm eating all your Irish.
Here to steal your.
That
eggs.
is concerning.
It's my first day in the bathroom. I have no idea how I got this job. You like a mint, sir.
No, I would not. And please do not.
Well, that's good. They're starbursts.
Yeah, and please do not lay out the toilet cake.
Okay.
Oh my
I would,
god.
I would love to go to like a like one of those bathrooms where like the waiter's like giving out mints, but instead they're giving out like pink starbursts.
Dude,
that'd be-
bathrooms that are like giving out mints are weird.
They are.
Like what? What are they?
It's like,
Why
oh
would I-
no, I just peed. I gotta freshen my breath now.
Hmm.
Like, did you not wash your hands? I'm
If
confused.
that makes sense.
Did you wash your hands? No, have a mint. This doesn't help. Sir, you're out of soap, puts Mints in hand.
Yeah, I mean,
What
granted,
am
they're
I
not going to be
supposed
doing
to
that
do with
now
soap?
because of
With mint.
the Dovids, but yeah.
The
The
Dovins.
Dovits.
The Dover boys.
The Dova King.
Dover.
Skyrim remaster.
Dova
I'm gonna
King
call it
19.
It just works.
Wait, no,
It's
I'm gonna
on
call it
fire.
the
It
Skyrim
works.
remake for the GameCube.
I will actually play that, but
I don't think there's enough space on a GameCube disc.
Several
probably would
discs.
be. Yes,
Okay.
several discs.
Yawn out of the way, so it will just be like,
I mean, New Vegas.
Other
could literally
games, I
run on a
guess.
Wii.
I was trying to think of other games that have multiple discs, but the only thing that came to mind was Resident Evil 4.
An even.
Another game
Or
that
four.
I've played both on, well, I didn't play, but I've watched someone play both on a Wii and on GameCube. There's a lot of games that got like ported from GameCube to Wii, now that I think about it.
I mean, their hardware was pretty dang similar.
I mean, even though you could just play the GameCube games on the Wii.
This is also true.
But I want motion controls.
But
But-
No one ever.
I
I
want
wanna play-
Dokapon Kingdom.
But I want to play Twilight Princess, but I have
Can
to
I
swing
play
my
Wii
arm
Sports
around.
on the GameCube?
Yeah, I still want to do that, by the way. Like, I want to get a bunch of people, I guess 4 people over, and just play Dokapon Kingdom, like, all the way through.
Oh, love to.
Can someone please put Wii Sports on the GameCube?
You make Wii Sports and put it on the GameCube.
I mean, it's all just like swing the Wiimote to do something. You just
Mhm.
map it to the A button.
That being said, maybe we shouldn't, because I feel like Brandon would just end up the demon the entire time, and it'd make me feel bad.
Oh no, he'd be the Darkling and then he'd kill us.
He'd kill us all, and he'd have no property.
Your
We'll do
misery
Robo Knight the
is
whole
a
time. Does that sound
murder.
cool?
Yeah,
That was me. I apologize.
I mean, I usually...
The mode was not on.
Oh, I didn't hear it, but yeah.
Oh well, in that
I-
case, yeah, no, it was fine.
I usually rush towards getting Spell Sword.
Did you do
Spell
that?
Sword does seem.
Spell Sword is nice.
I mean, to get Robo Knight, you have to get Acrobat from the casino, so you have to get in the casino and win.
Yeah.
To do such a thing.
hmm That being said, I think my favorite part about that game is dueling other people and then, like, changing their hair to poop.
Oh yeah, pray. And then my favorite thing is that the bad guy, little prince, little evil demon prince,
Yeah.
he's just Rico Jr.
Yeah.
That's Rico Jr. There he goes.
Mhm.
Then it's
Rico
like,
Jr..
oh, what's his father's name? Rico Senior.
Oh.
The big
I mean,
bad of the
that's
entire thing,
another thing I
Rico-
love about Dokapon Kingdom, is Dokapon Kingdom, you get 3 options. You can rob them, steal an item, or prank them. And almost every single time, I use prank. Because
Yeah,
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Why
It's
would
like I
you
could
rob
steal
them?
your
Or just get
item.
the
I can
money
take
back?
your money.
To do something useful, but nah.
Nah, they
do something-
they now have writing on their face. Thank you.
You could do something annoying, or you could do something lasting.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it takes a while to get rid of those pranks too.
You have to go to the temple and get blessed by Jesus.
Mhm.
What?
Yeah.
You have to. Yeah, you have to go to the temple and get blessed by.
Mhm.
Jesus changes your name back to normal.
I thought you said Jesus James.
Jesus
You know what?
James.
Well, this is what we'll do. Is
Jeez.
if we reach 100 followers, we'll all get together and we'll play Dokapon Kingdom. You heard it now.
All right.
100 followers and 1,000 subscribers. That's the goal.
I have to
That's
learn
a
how to
good
drive
goal.
all the way to your house.
Hopefully we'll be able to just buy you a plane ticket because those are really cheap right now.
Yeah.
Fly me over.
Fly
Me too.
Air Katie.
Air KT. All right. So how many hours is this gonna take? 999. Wait, what? 999.
No, no.
When
get out
does
of here.
when does my flight leave? 1-800-588-2300. Empire.
Today.
1-800.
That doesn't answer my
490-3.
question.
Today. There it is. No, it'd be like,
903.
alright, so... But, alright, so here's your ticket. Oh, okay, what's the flight number? 800 300. And the airline Empire. And when does it depart? Today.
Ugh. And then when you get in, you guys probably don't fly all that much, but when you
I've flown a bit.
yeah, when you fly to China, China has a Hello Kitty jet for some of their flights.
Kinda cool.
It is, but the food is disgusting, like worse than airplane food.
How about that? So what is
So,
the deal with airline food?
Instead of having Hello Kitty
Better than
jets, there's just Kirby jets.
yes.
You get a Kirby steak and food, and you get Kirby decorations everywhere
Where?
Yes.
on the airplane, like the Hello Kitty jet.
It's on the Hello Kitty jet? Why is that on the Hello Kitty jet?
No,
The
no,
Hello
no,
Kitty
no.
jet.
I'm saying like the Hello Kitty jet. Brandon, I'm gonna send you a picture of a Hello Kitty jet now.
Okay. You do. I've never been out of country.
I know you haven't. I have
Really
several
like
times.
to. When this whole thing blows over, we should go to Japan.
We should.
Been there before, and I really want to go there again.
Mm.
Again, ever.
I would really love to show you how amazing the food is there.
Yes, please do.
And even just I was talking about this with Lily, but the
Oh, I've
food,
seen that.
yeah. Let me get some other ones.
Are we? Do.
Yeah, and all the food is Hello Kitty shaped.
Alright.
It is,
Like raw lamb.
yeah.
Kitty face raw lamb meat. Wow. The door does not open. Dang it.
Yeah, it is one of the most bizarre things you can ever do, especially when they go through and they're giving you the immigration paper, and it's like, oh god damn. This is not what I need right now, China. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Like I said, I do enjoy. Well, I don't think I did say I enjoyed it, but I do enjoy that flight, and I'm just saying, Air Katie would just have that, except it's Kirby. That was my entire point.
Why'd you go to China though?
Connecting flight.
Okay.
I had a connecting flight from technically not China. I had it from Taiwan, I believe is the name of the not China, to Bali.
Yeah.
And it's China and Taiwan, I believe, both had the Hello Kitty jet.
Makes sense.
Cause and don't get me wrong, I think I have had a pit stop in Hong Kong. I don't remember.
For sure.
Also, that area just has like really awesome looking Pepsi, so I will show you it, and you should take a picture or share it. Yeah.
Recommend Pepsi.
Recommend Pepsi. I highly recommend.
The food is terrible, but the Pepsi.
Yeah. And Coca-Cola actually tastes good in Japan, so you know.
Yes. I
There's-
do know that since imports.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I would love to go to Japan again, and I would love to just show you how amazing 7-Eleven is. Because I just talked about that with Lily, and it's like, 7-Eleven in Asia is amazing.
Yeah.
I can even point out to you the Japanese Denny's, and show you how much better they are, marginally, than regular Denny's.
Alright. I'm
I won't eat there,
okay with it.
but I can show you it.
I mean, yeah, you could show me it, and you'll have to eat.
Yeah.
there's like a million other better options for us
There
to
are
choose
a
from.
million better. Oh my god. You can
Let's go
get.
to Japan and only eat at American fast food chain.
I know. I mean, I actually haven't eaten McDonald's in Japan. I would like to do that though.
We could go to them and like get like their like exclusive menu items, obviously.
Yeah. Cause they're like food in Japan is just great. I mean, depending on
Yeah.
how much money we have saved up, we might not be able to do the big ticket stuff like sushi.
For sure.
I would like to warn everyone that we are approaching Katie-Mania hours.
We are. I'll just finish this up. Sushi is expensive in Japan, but it is.
I can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah. I mean, it goes upwards of like 100,000, 150,000 yen. It's like, oh, that's a lot of money. For comparison, that's about like $150 in US.
Yeah. That is a lot of money.
And other than that, it is delicious. Especially since wasabi is like actual wasabi and not fake American wasabi. So it actually is like really, really sweet when it gets paired with fish.
Yeah.
Okay. With that being said, we are now within the Canavania time. Let's go ahead and give the floor to Starshade.
What a terrible night to let me talk. Alright. Last night, I kind of destroyed Brain. Too much Dracula.
You did.
All condensed within 30 minutes.
Terrible
idea.
Like 4 games.
Oh no, I did all of them.
Every game ever?
All the ones with Dracula in it.
Oh god, help.
Did his timeline. Now I'm moving on to Soma Cruz. He only has 2 games. We don't talk about that. So, Soma Cruz, he's a protagonist. And you're like, but Kitty, Spider.
He's not Belmont.
Not a Belmont. Also, didn't you imply one time that he was a descendant or reincarnation of Dracula? And I say to you, yes. He was born in 2017. That's right, this takes place in the future, in Japan.
There's no Fresh Prince of Belmont here.
So they're all gone. The last one killed Dracula in 1999. So Dracula didn't have to deal with Y2K or the turn of the century. No, not really. He just was reborn 18 years later as an anime pretty boy.
Pretty boy. Oh, Dracula part-timer.
So Soma just goes around and he kills all the demons in castles and he gets the power of their souls. Which is kind of what Dracula does, but you don't hear about it because he's too busy using his vampire powers to be a vampire. But apparently he can also do this. Nobody said anything like, hey, Dracula, did you know you could summon a giant bone arm because you killed a giant skeleton man? And he's like, yeah, but I don't want to.
Yes, actually, I did. Yes, I'll say I did.
So Soma was studying in Japan in the year 2035 when there's the first solar eclipse in the 21st century, and he and his little friend are going to go see it. It looks really cool, and then they get teleported to Dracula's castle, which is sealed in the solar eclipse if you remember. Maybe you don't because your brain was still dead.
I actually do.
Oh, you do?
I didn't.
Barely.
And I don't want to be like, oh, Kitty, yeah, no. It's just, it was a lot of information.
That was a very large amount.
This is significantly less, but
I like it so far. Continue story time.
Soma heads out into the castle, even though he's like a teenage boy. So let's see. 35, 17. Yeah, checks out. He's 18, whatever, it's fine.
Okay.
It's like, I'm gonna go kill I'm gonna get us out of this castle, Mina. You just stay out here where there's no demons, and I'll go in the castle where there's all the demons, and I'll stab him with this knife that I was given by that one random dude in here. Soma goes in here, and everyone's like, hey, yo, Dracula's dead, but his castle wants a new person to take charge.
So the castle itself is the villain.
Yeah, the castle's like, I want a new guy to sit in the chair with drink blood / wine / juice.
Slash juice.
That's when Soma discovers he can steal the souls of the things he's stabbing with that knife he was given. He's like, huh, that's cool. And then he finds this guy named Graham Jones who thinks he's the incarnation of Dracula because he was born at the very moment Dracula was killed in 1999.
I mean, that's a fair reason.
And then Soma's like, hey, look at this, I have a giant bone arm. And Graham's like, illegal. No, he doesn't. Soma does win, but then he accidentally absorbs the castle's power, and he's like, oh, I'm Dracula.
I'm the Vania.
Pretty cool. I'm the Vania for the castle. He's like, oh, I guess I can inherit it. I can inherit Castlevania. And then this guy named Genya Arikado, who was the one who gave Soma his knife. He's like this cool agent dude that like comes to get rid of the disturbances. He's like the, what am I thinking? Secret Service? No, CIA. Like the CIA, but only in Japan. They get rid of vampires.
Okay. Seems like a good thing for Japan to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So Genya Arikado is like, yo, you gotta go kill Chaos. Literally, the boss's name is Chaos, and that's the source of Dracula's power. So so that Soma doesn't get possessed by the castle itself and become an evil entity of Dracula power.
Okay.
So Soma goes, kills Chaos, because of course, that's like the whole point. Chaos is the final boss. He's a weird background thing that spins. Really showing off what the Game Boy could do, I guess. Really just hammering it in there.
I mean, it's like
I
the
didn't even know
FX.
what console this was. Dude, you said that.
I mean, I think it was Game Boy because the second one was on the DS because it used the touchpad a lot, and this one didn't use it at all. So I'm assuming it's on the Game Boy.
I mean, I'm just thinking of it like, oh shoot, my words just completely disappeared. Keep on going.
It kills Chaos, and he's like, haha,
I was thinking like Super Nintendo, so yeah, I guess Game Boy Advance, definitely.
Take that, friggin' idiot.
Yeah.
So everyone escapes the castle because he doesn't want the castle. The castle's mean and dumb and stupid and also fat and idiotic and adopted. Yeah. Someone's like, oh yeah, I'm so cool. I love all my friends. They're my friends. And then he forgets this ever happens, which is why the next game even takes place. So 1 year after this, Soma's forgotten how to be cool vampire dude reincarnation, and this lady shows up. She's like, hey, I got this cult. I want to revive Dracula. You're gonna die because you don't want to be Dracula, but I want Dracula, so I'm gonna have to kill you. How does that sound? And then Arikado from earlier shows up and he's like, yo, I got this. Chill. Someone's like, no, I'm gonna kill her. I want to kill that cult lady. She's mean. She threatened me. I'm gonna punch her in her nose.
Oh, Mom.
I'm gonna tell Mom. So he tracks Celia to a replica Castlevania because she couldn't get the real one. It's still stuck in the combined power of the moon and the sun.
Not in the budget.
What?
It wasn't in the budget. She couldn't get the real one.
Wasn't in the budget. Couldn't get it out of the moon. Have to wait for another solar eclipse, and that's not it. So Celia has these two dudes who were also born at the exact time of Dracula's demise, like Graham from the last game, who Graham's dead by the way. He was an idiot and stupid. You have Dimitri and Dario. They're candidates, and they really want for some reason everyone wants to be Dracula, and the game's like plays it like they're crazy, but really, who doesn't want to be Dracula?
Me.
And
Dracula's a
I
dumb
would-
name.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
rather be Alucard. Actually,
Yeah.
no, I want to be
That's Dracula bad.
Belmondo.
I'd rather be
No.
Dio.
Yeah,
He's a better
I think
vampire
you probably
anyways.
changed the name.
you thought it was Dracula, but it was me, Ronnie James Dio.
It was me,
Oh, what a
Ralph
guy!
Belmondo.
It was me,
Dimitri.
Dio Zawada.
Dimitri and Dario, they both have like special abilities to prove that they're candidates to be the evil vampire lord of the night, king of the dead or whatever. I don't remember
King
his
of the
titles.
Hill.
King of the Hill, yeah. King of the Hill Dracula. So Dimitri has the ability to copy anyone else's special magical abilities. So he just sits, like, you use a special ability on him and he copies it immediately and uses it against you, and I'm like, why is this man Kirby? Kill him instantly.
It's not. Hashtag not my Kirby.
Yeah, and Dario's just, fused with a flame demon, so he's just angry all the time.
Yeah.
Like you do.
I like you do.
Dimitri attacks Soma, but Soma defeats him because he's cool and he's got the real Dracula powers. But then Soma accidentally absorbs Dimitri's soul. It's the first time he absorbed a human soul, and that's just a bit isn't it?
It is a bit delicious.
Well, there's a couple
wait.
endings to this game that depend on what you do. If you don't defeat a certain boss, you get like a real bad ending
You
because
become Darkula, like true Darkula.
I mean, you don't really become Dracula. He learns how to sit on a throne and
How do you do
drink
that?
drink from a glass. Scarily. It's because you have to defeat this boss called Paranoia, so you can go into mirrors, so you can kill the flame demon without killing Dario. So that, because if you do kill him, you absorb his soul too, and you become Dracula. Everyone's like, welp, guess we gotta go kill Soma, I guess.
Who's the newest
And
Belmont?
it's the old Belmont. His name is Julius Belmont. He's the one who sealed away Eclipso.
He's still alive?
Yeah, he's still kicking.
How?
He's not alive,
I
he's
don't
just kicking.
He's kicking to this day. He's kicking all the vampires.
He's just like in his coffin, and there's like freaking like robotic motors making his legs kick.
He's like entirely corroded to a skeleton.
Yeah.
And
To the
this
point
also-
where like they revive him and he just has robot legs now.
This is also when it's revealed that Genya Arikado is just Alucard, but he put on a wig and he put his cape away.
But you
And he
didn't
was
know
like-
it was me because this hairdo, right?
And this cool suit instead of my vampire outfit.
Didn't know. I did.
You defeat Dario.
Mario?
And you defeat Dario with the flame demon.
Alright. Seems like a good productive day.
Where does Princess
And
Peach
then
come
you
into
have-
this?
And it's
When does Princess Peach come into this?
never
Where's Samus?
gone.
Where's
There's forever.
Samus? Samus bit my sister once.
Well, since Dimitri and Dario are dead, Celia has to alter her strategy. So she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna get the Dracula out of Soma and mold him into being Dracula. I'm gonna pretend to kill his friend and make him angry."
Oh!
Which is like a parallel to when Dracula's second wife was killed, and Dracula's like, "That's it, I'm gonna start a war. Watch this.
That's it.
It's
I'm
easy.
getting me murder.
I'm
You-
getting me war."
I'm getting me war.
You don't want to see me when I'm angry.
You want to
Before
see me when
you-
I'm going to war?
You won't like me when I'm warring.
You don't like me when I'm warmongering.
I don't like you anyway.
So
Oh.
Soma, if you're wearing the special talisman that Mina gives you because she's a good friend, she wants to be safe from unholy acts and other things. If you're wearing the talisman, you don't turn into Dracula and have to eventually get killed by Julius Belmont. You get saved, and Arakado's like, your plan sucks. And then, hold on. I was like, your plan sucks. Prepare to die.
And then he feel bad.
Yeah. He reveals that the Mina was a doppelganger in disguise. Did you hear that? I said 6 eyes. Then So was like, oh wait. Stone was like, oh wait. Huh. And then Dimitri, who's like, haha, I put my soul in your body so I could absorb all of your soul-taking capabilities. I took all, like, a portion of your souls so I have a body now.
A lot of souls.
Yeah, a lot of souls.
None of them are dark, though.
If it was darkness, it'd be Kingdom Hearts.
So Dimitri and Celia just leave. They're like,
oh, that's a good idea.
They leave. That they're gonna go back to their original plan to just kill Soma so that Dimitri can be the Dark Lord. Soma's like, get back here, I'm gonna beat you with my bare hands. And Dimitri's like, Dimitri kills Celia, because of course he does. And he absorbs the power of her, and it becomes this giant thing called Menace that I hate to look at, because he's just a bunch of twisted faces and arms of the demons and souls that Dimitri's has absorbed, and I don't like looking at him because he just bleh. And then after killing Menace, Soma, like, he gets all those souls in Dark Power. They rush at him, nearly killing him. He almost becomes Dark Lord, but through Shuo and thinking of his lady friend Mina, how pretty she is, and that she'd probably kiss him now. He escapes the castle. He meets all his friends. And Soma's like, hey, Arikado, and he's like, you can just call me Alucard now. I revealed everything. It's fine. What's up? Like, should I have been the Dark Lord? Because it's been trying to do that the whole time. And Alucard's like, there always needs to be a Dark Lord, but that doesn't mean it has to be you. My brain always just goes, it could be me. I could do it. I could
Give
be
it
the
to
Dark
me.
Lord.
I want to be the Dark Lord.
Make me drink wine/juice/blood.
Yeah. I won't be evil. I'll just drink Kool-Aid on my throne.
I mean, I'm already affably evil. Which is close enough.
Soma gets to go live his cool life. All alone. Forever. Not all alone. He's got Mina. He's nice. There was a novel that actually goes over what Death would do, considering he's, like, linked to Dracula. Like, Death shows up, he's like, what's up, Soma? What you doing? You want to be Dracula? Because Soma's like, what do you want? Death's like, okay, I'm not gonna hurt you.
I'm literally Death, but I won't hurt you.
You want to be Dracula? And Soma's like, nah, I like this human flesh I have. Death's like, wait, you want what's happening right now? Do you want this? So like, what? He's just confused. Because that doesn't make sense. He's a skeleton man. Doesn't really get it.
Of course. What a funny little bag of bones.
And it's like, well, since you don't want to be my master, I don't really want to answer you. And then he leaves.
I'm not gonna answer your phone calls anymore.
But
good luck finding someone to play Mario Kart with.
Death was referring to the fact that Soma was like, I don't want to be Dracula, and there's no Dark Lord happening, so what is Death gonna do? He's just gonna be there.
He's gonna chill.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a me century.
Yeah. And that's the end of the story of Soma.
Awesome.
The part I literally thought the way like Death was like coming in like, hey, you wanna be Dracula? I thought it was gonna be like wanna be a member. No. And then just like gets like attacked by death, and then he just asks again.
Oh, he just leaves. He's like, alright. Doesn't have a master.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Death is now the proud owner of an ice cream shop in Vallejo, California.
Amazing. Simply wonderful.
Delicious. I guess, is there any more Katyvania you got to fill the rest of this?
Anymore? That was a pretty short Katyvania.
What doesn't really have tell you about the of 1999?
Yeah,
Yeah,
minutes, go right ahead.
Yeah.
How much time does she have left?
She has
10 minutes.
11 minutes.
Did
It's
you
been
do in 11
119
minutes?
for a little while.
Probably.
It's still
Alright.
119.
It's never gonna change. Witness the day the earth stood.
So there was a war. So the Demon Castle War, also known as the Battle of 1999, is a fictional armed conflict between the forces of good and evil that occurred in the year of 1999, which culminated with the total destruction of the Dark Lord Count Dracula.
No, this is totally real.
I wish.
I witnessed this. I was there.
I bought pie.
Remember that one guy that blew up and said, "Ah, my leg"? I was the person behind him.
The war is never actually explained, but it's likely the events that led Julius Belmont, or one of the Texas Ranger Belmont, as I like to call him, because he has got Texas. Who looks like he's from Texas, but he's probably not.
Walker, Texas,
killed-
Belmont.
Yeah, Texas Belmont, my favorite Western.
He was
character.
after Texas Belmont.
It's a terrible idea. He's got a whip. He kills Dracula once and for all, which is something nobody has been able to do. Not even Foxy Grandpa Simon Belmont or flexed my sleeves off Richter Belmont.
The Belmont there among them had a whip on his hip.
Big iron whip.
He was after Texas Drac. Alright, continue.
There aren't really exact details on it, but Alucard was there. He was like, you know what, just die. Just die. It was the equivalent of him showing up with a pillow, just putting it on his dad's face, and just going, shh, shh.
Slap. Go to slap.
This is
Well-
there's also an explanation for why the vampire killer was given to a different family of vampire hunters. Because there was a predicted war in 1999. The Belmonts were forbidden. I was about to say unallowed, and I was gonna slap myself. Were forbidden to use their family whip for an indeterminate amount of time before the predicted war in 1999, just so that one of the Belmonts would be able to use it to its full potential. And everyone else was supposed to fill in for the Belmonts. There were so many games in between that had people whose last name wasn't Belmont. Like Morris, Lacard,
Belmondo.
Drake. Yeah, Belmondo.
Belmondo.
And unfortunately, there is no game in the Castlevania series that depicts the events of the Demon Castle War, although I wish there was.
Not yet.
Waiting for it.
It could be
Waiting for
covered.
it.
Besides Alucard and Julius Belmont, there was a few others could have been involved. Could have been some guy that had the whip, some lady who was with him that was like that could do magic. I don't know who these people are. They're whatever. Exists.
Oh.
And there's like enemies in the castle that are like zombie soldier and zombie officers that are the corpses of soldiers who died 36 years ago in the
Pretty
castle.
cool.
And
Really
there's like a zombified human soldier in military uniform attacks with an army knife and grenades.
Ah, America.
Yeah. Ah, yes, that one's American.
If it's a Bowie knife, then yes, he's American.
Mm-hmm.
Because we here are the United States of Arms and Lexica are taught that Bowie knives are the coolest knives ever.
Yes?
What's really cool is that my favorite like little tidbit about these games specifically is that when they set the game to happen in 2035, they made sure that a total solar eclipse was happening in 2035 in Japan.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Yeah.
Alright. Anything
Yeah.
else?
That's it about the 1999 war.
How much time has she got left?
She's got 6 minutes.
Let's see. Want to know about Graham? That guy, the first guy that thought he was Dracula?
Sure.
So Graham was the founder and chief missionary of a religious sect, and he preached the prophecies of an apocalyptic events that were popular at the end of the 20th century. He was literally like the world's gonna end in 2035. He was a cult leader. He was real into it. He was real into being Dracula. But he didn't get to be it because instead it was this little shonen protagonist over there.
Shonen protagonist.
I didn't realize he was a boy.
Now I've
Graham?
got a Fuego and stomach.
Well, I mean, he could have been a shoujo protagonist, but he was shonen.
Shonen Jump.
It was Maria's job.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised nobody's made like a parody of like Shonen Jump being like Shoujo Jump.
It's all the shows, but they're all girls now.
That kind of does exist, but
Yeah.
So Graham, throughout the game he's in, he's just like there,
he exists.
and he's like, yeah, he's just nice to Soma. He's like, you're in the castle, I guess. That sounds cool. And then someone's like, yeah, I got this power where I like take over souls. And Graham's like, what? That's it. I am only allowed to be Dracula. And he stabs someone else because she's trying to stop him from taking over the castle. Poor Yoko. She's trying to stop him and he stabs her.
I'm the one trying to be Dracula. I'm mad at you. Let me stab somebody else. That's great.
And Graham's actually supposed to be considered the final boss unless you get 3 specific souls so you can go fight Chaos. You have to get the Flame Demon for the fire powers that Dracula has, the giant bat powers for his bat powers, and the succubus. Can you guess what that one's for?
The bus stop, yes.
Correct. Dracula's bus stop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, who else to control it than the succubus?
What a horrible day to have to go to school. Okay. Wait, how much? I'm not gonna ask. I know now.
Yeah, you do have a time on your box.
No. I don't
I'm
have
sorry.
a time box. I have a time sphere.
Oh,
It was found on Philip J. Fry's ass.
fair enough. He does
There's one
randomly
thing-
have teleporters on him, or time machines. Sorry, go for it.
So Graham, his final boss form, you fight him, he acts kind of like Dracula, but he's got a second form that it's
Wait, so you're saying that's not even his final form?
no. Let me pull up a picture, and then I'll describe it in full detail.
Okay.
It's
I'd put up a picture on the thing, but I'm kind of away from my computer at the moment.
yeah. It's quite a picture. It's very.
What the?
Oh.
That was on a Game Boy screen, and it was a real zoomed in picture too. That would take up like most of the screen.
It kind of looks like the Radiance a little bit.
It looks
So-
like Brain of Cthulhu with wings and arms.
It looks like a
Fun
child's
transform-
art project that doesn't. Sorry, I had to make that
transforming.
reference.
Transforming using the demons inside Dracula's castle, he becomes a grotesque entity resembling a pair of conjoined, pale, white-haired females severed below the waist, with a halo entering through their eye sockets. 4 arms, 2 on each side, the front pair possessing eyes on the back of the hand and red fingernails, and having their insides exposed, showing a ribcage, pulsating intestinal tract hanging out below the body, and various internal organs. Jim Jones himself is found inside the pulsating heart at the center of the demon. He also summons a halo made of skulls and 4 crucifixes with fire a ray of light. It's I don't understand what was up with the Soma Cruz games and making the final bosses look absolutely terrifying. Or not terrifying, grotesque.
Tradition.
Yeah, it looks very what's the word? Picaresque? Is that the right word?
Pico de Gallo? Right?
Because he doesn't look that bad. He's the true final boss. He just actually no. You know what? Never mind. Chaos does look pretty bad. It's just a little more abstract.
Abstractica.
A little more abstract. The first one, it's very simple. It's like it's the 3 totems. You got the weird teeth area down here. Whatever. There's some hands. Few hands.
Just show some hands.
wrong with
Yeah,
a couple
I like how the
Right, but the second
ribcage
one
kind of
is
looks
not-
like spider legs.
Yeah, a little bit. You got this infinite void in the background for Chaos's second floor. Like eyes on the walls, everything's spider webbing together. You see teeth, limbs. It's a mess.
All right.
I mean, Fury
Um.
of Sorrow and Dawn of Sorrow both decided that they were gonna have very grotesque bosses.
Yeah.
Like, even like Symphony of the Night, the most grotesque thing is Dracula's final form. You don't even know what that looks like half the time because you have the Alucard shield and it's just flashing pretty colors, so you don't know what even that is.
Man. I'm a wee bit tired, but that's because I've only recently started setting my sleep schedule to a more reasonable thing. At any rate, that marks the conclusion of Katie Vania. Hopefully everyone enjoyed. Starshade, you're still gonna need to work on pacing a little bit, but overall, that one was less brain hurty. So thank you.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to pace it when all these things are different?
I mean, it is. I mean, just find stuff to fill it with. Just fill it with nonsense. I mean, that's why I mostly pop in. I don't know if Brandon does the same for the same reasons, but I usually pop in just to kind of take up more time.
I mean, I just pop in because I think of something to say.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
want you to do. I want you to react to what I'm saying. That's why I'm being funny.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, not a whole lot to take away from it. Well,
That's right.
actually, there's a little bit
Yeah,
of
no, I
takeaway
typically
from
just
that.
think of something to say and I thought it'd be funny.
Yeah.
Or,
I mean, I will say
think it's
this.
funny. You're right.
I will remember this one. I will remember Soma Cruz. I might remember Grimm. I might remember Grimm as being like, I want to be Dracula. Stabby stab. Wait, no, wrong person. Never mind.
Oh yeah, I will definitely remember that.
No,
Yeah.
Graham did.
Graham did that.
Stab Yoko. Or Yoko.
Yeah.
Or Yoko. Oh no. Oh no.
No, no.
Uno, go fish.
Bingo.
Bango, bongo.
You lose.
I don't want to leave the Congo. Somebody has pure white noise into my ear, and it is not pleasant.
Brandon. Brandon.
I am so sorry, everyone. Ever. Oh my god.
You can mute him.
I can't. He's too far away. Oh god.
Kick him from the call. Kick him from the call. Kick him from the call.
He's so far away.
Who's in charge of this place? Oh, it's him. Dang it.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting up and doing something
No.
about. Yeah.
Mute him.
I'm going. I'm going to mute him.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't
And we
either.
won't know what's happening because we won't unmute him until he types.
Oh, it looks like
Muting yourself, bud.
Hunter and Lily both popped in for a little bit.
Yay. So
Yay.
muted, so. Oh,
I.
okay.
Sorry,
Good.
I was stepped away.
Good.
I think I muted. Oh,
Well,
I muted
I'm
myself.
Start reading my strategy, guys.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I muted myself.
You did. I was trying to tell you, but when you did answer, I was like, I'll start reading my strategy.
I
guys.
was like, yep, muted him. And I go walk away. I'm like, oh hey, it looks like Hunter and Lily have popped in the chat for a little bit.
There he is.
Hey. We were hearing white noise for a while after that. It was.
It was really loud.
Yeah. And it hurt. It hurt. Yeah. It's back.
Really quiet.
You're very far away. Yeah. Yeah. I suggest making yourself a little bit louder or coming a little bit more forward to your mic.
Better?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's increase the gain.
Harmony of Despair.
Oh,
Is it
I
back?
yeah, you're good. I have hiccups now, which is nice.
I did that.
Yeah.
I'm like so confused why that happened.
I mean, hey, it happens.
It was a little weird.
Like, especially since like you guys were like saying, "Oh my god, it's so loud," and I'm just here like my mic's been off for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got hiccups, so that's also nice.
I hear it. Drink some water
Oh, have access to water.
or any other liquid.
It could
Your breath.
grip it by the husk.
Sit back.
Breathe in a full breath.
Yeah.
Hold it, and then try to bring in more air.
Background noise, white noise back.
No, you're good.
Alright, cool. It wasn't the game, okay? It was just my mic being stupid.
Mine was pulling stupid.
This USB plug is kind of finicky, so I'll probably just put it in the. Yes,
Pretty cool.
the USB booster.
My USB booster boosts my USB power by 2.
How, but it was on the box. That's what it said on the cereal box it came with.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. My name is.
And
Uzumaki.
I'm here.
Forget it.
Forget
gosh.
me, please.
Yeah. I guess I should mute myself while you guys entertain these fine folks.
Entertain as much.
And I'm gonna go see if I can stop having my diaphragm spasm.
I landed a voice acting gig.
Oh, you did?
Oh, you did?
Technically, it's for a friend's YouTube channel, but that friend has like 100k subs,
Oh, nice.
Hey.
so it's a good chunk of things. I'm gonna be a narrator.
Oh,
Narrator boy.
bring some people towards this way.
Oh yeah, of course. Also,
Yeah.
hopefully, when I'm recording the audio, it doesn't decide to just give white noise galore.
Yeah,
Does
I
it go-
mean, you'll see it.
I
And
mean,
It doesn't
mean,
pull
yeah.
the Hotel Mario.
Yeah,
I mean,
when
even if
you're
even
doing,
if it does do that, like
Yeah.
I could just check it and re-record it if I really have to.
Yeah, and when you're doing the voiceover, I highly recommend using Audacity. Make your voice
Oh
sound
yeah, no, that's what
better.
I already
Yeah,
installed.
yeah. I personally am also thinking about applying and auditioning for a bunch of voiceover stuff too. So
Yeah. I mean, the only way to really do it is to immediately start. A real like eventually, it's mainly like find something and do it. Doesn't
Send a
matter
piece
what
of
it
paper
is.
that says, I'll do it.
Yeah, like literally just get your name out there. It doesn't matter if it's literally something as small as you making a background screen.
Just
Do
going,
something to get. I'm my wife.
should have used your homing attack.
I should homing attack. Get together. That one, I think one of my bits.
It's pretty good.
British will get it.
From British.
Are you from British? Yes. I'm from Italia.
British too.
Are we all from British? I'm. That's a good one. I've actually. It's funny for like a lot of because I had to do like an audition for it because actual. So a lot of the warm ups I was doing was just Oni plays and Game Grumps bits.
Yeah.
I don't know why I muted myself in chat when people would still be able to hear me talking or hiccuping anyways.
It's fine.
Poor boy.
It just works.
Bad.
Look at him go.
Yeah.
Look at that.
His body rebel against him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My diaphragm just doesn't like me.
Have you considered getting another one?
I have, but they're not cheap.
Tell the old one.
I looked it up on the black market and they're really expensive.
They're punching the moon.
No, but it is on my to-do list.
Have you
On my quest
considered?
list.
Have you tried to jump around, jump up, and get down?
No.
On my quest list. Right before Punch the Moon is right after Get the Golden Chalice and right before Dethrone God.
Dethrone God. That's also on my to-do list.
It's there.
That's on everybody's to-do list. Yeah.
I highly doubt that.
What?
I don't want to be the rudes, but I highly doubt it.
It's so far down on everyone's list that for 99% of people, it doesn't exist on the list.
Mm. I mean, some people are very dedicated to Skydaddy, so.
Very rare quest. Get something simple on wash your hands. That's not a quest. That's mow the lawn, wash the dog, like that. And every
Wash
now and
the
then, just like dethrone God.
Yeah.
Wash
And then
lawn,
you
mow
take
the
the
dog.
moon and you take the sun.
And then, you know what? While you're at it, take everything that seems like fun.
The
Stir it all up and then next line.
Yeah.
I didn't remember.
And then rather.
Riddle, riddle, riddle.
Just
No.
remember the one meme.
Thanks, Wilmer. Okay.
No, you take the moon, you take the sun. If you mess with me, you're gonna get the gun.
That show had some really good fourth breaks.
I really like
Look
the
what you've
one
done,
where that guy's diaphragm started vibrating and spasming, and he couldn't stop.
What you done, Chowder?
Stop being addicted to Shindig.
The animators have to draw all this fire.
I actually like the animation style of Chowder.
You made the audience cry.
Just cry.
I also love the one like, Mom, Truffles, I know you weren't in this episode, but please help me. What's he talking about? We're right here. Here we go, help him! All the screen time with Dad. Oh god, I'm stuck. Oh no. No, I'm stuck in a corner. Help!
I wish I was stuck. I'd much prefer that over spasms.
Breathe all the way in.
I already
So-
did that.
Your lungs are gonna explode, and then try to put more in.
I
Carefully.
did that.
So you don't want to do it anymore, and you slowly let the air out.
Try to escape, and you.
I did that, and then I Control Alt escaped. That didn't work. Then I shoved a bunch of water in my brain.
And scare yourself. Yeah, scare it out of you.
There's nothing scary about me besides my life.
Nice scream. It wasn't so much of a scream as it was a sports crowd noise.
Ah,
15 love.
deuce.
Front teeth.
I love that. Always my favorite music from that game is the after you win at boxing that music.
I want a WWE wrestler to walk out to that song. You know, that's a really good track.
Yeah.
It is quite the boss.
That specific thing, I think I remember it from something else, and I don't remember because my brain is dumb, and I'm dumb. Oh well. What was I even doing? What am I? Where am I again?
Looks at watch, not. Half past skin flake.
Okay.
Jace. Wait. You there, Hiccup Boy.
Cannot call me Rise, so just calls me Hiccup Boy.
You there, Hiccup Boy. When you drank the water, did you drink it fast?
Yes, and I also did it slow.
Did you gargle it?
No, that's gross.
Pull on your tongue.
Are you just
I looked
looking
up
up
your-
hiccup
They looked
cures?
up a list of cure for hiccups, and the third one is pull hard on your tongue. Fourth one's bite on a lemon.
What?
Yes.
I've never heard of any of those last two.
You place 1/2 teaspoon of dry sugar on the back of your tongue.
I'm so glad I don't live with you, because I just imagine every time I get the hiccups, you're just gonna try every home recipe in the book. And that really
Yeah,
scares
because
me.
You're suffering, and I don't like it when my friends suffer.
I'm
That's
not
fair.
suffering. I mean, it is annoying, but it's not suffering.
Drink liquor for after the podcast is over. Don't talk for like 30 minutes.
Hold
That's
your
what I
breath and
typically have to
swallow
do.
3 times.
Yeah, I mean, it will fix itself, hopefully. That being said,
Oh yeah, no, it will.
I have heard times of where people just have had hiccups forever, and it, like, never stopped. So that definitely worries me. But I know it's just something that will pass.
Oh yeah. No, it should be alright.
Really? I thought it was a deadly disease. I thank you for the
Yeah,
diagnosis.
Please, Steiner. Speak?
Stern?
You there.
Not yodel.
You're not at Walmart.
I am. Shut up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, before you ask, Billy, what you were gonna say, I just want to clarify before, when I was telling you to, push some people over here from your friend and doing that voiceover work, I didn't mean it in any sort of, like, malicious, like, oh, gain views. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, hey.
Oh yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because
Yeah.
I don't want anybody thinking, like, oh, hey, take advantage of that guy. I'm like, no, if you can, you know, advertise us on a platform. Don't do it if you can't do it. Like,
Well, it's literally just like a thing of like, hey,
yeah,
this is my friend, I want to help. I want. I am interested in. I like.
yeah.
I
I mean, there's definitely a better way of doing it, but like, you know, like, hey, description, like, this is the dude that did the voiceover. You can see him at the podcast. Yeah.
I enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
They're very fun, and I want.
Yeah, because I don't hate doing this. Like, I think all of us, to some degree, enjoy doing this, and we do have like private talks. Like, hey, if this becomes more of a prevalent thing, and like we do try and not talk about it during podcasts, just because it comes off as a bit pretentious. But just talking about like future and potential stuff, like, we here we enjoy doing this. We would like it if we could do other stuff on this podcast. Mostly because, like, you know, doing gaming content or doing, I don't know, like maybe like a story time thing. You know.
Oh yeah, anything.
Anything. But we do have some plans in the works to do smaller live stream stuff, or like smaller, like a let's play thing.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I mean, all that goes up to this.
Like concept.
Yeah, those are concept phases. We don't have any execution on them yet, but we enjoy doing this, and if we can branch it out a little bit, or, you know, gain a little bit of a boost in followership or subscribers on YouTube, that's still a thing. And just so you know, if you're watching this on Twitch, either during stream or after the fact, we do have all of our podcasts are on all of our previous broadcasts are on our YouTube channel. Let me go ahead and get the link to that real quick, and I'll post it in chat. Give me. Oops, sorry about that. Because it's my fault. On that, I don't think we have any plans to make any sort of like social media or anything at the moment. Just because this is just what it is at the moment. But yeah, we're on Twitch and YouTube. If you have any other place, whether it be now or in the future, that you would want us to put this, like, you know, let us know, and we'll try something out. But at the moment, this is just where we be. And yeah, nothing bad about that. And again, I'm only really talking about this because we're reaching the end of the night, and so just talking about like what is the future of this at the moment, and like what we'll go into, is just I don't know, worth talking about, maybe, quite possibly, supposedly. Yeah. Yeah, the biggest bottleneck for us right now really just comes down to my internet speed, and that's pretty much it, because most of us are pretty much available all the time. I mean, I know I am, I know SpongeBoy is, and I know Billystein is mostly available most of the time to do stuff. Starshade does have college stuff, so she definitely isn't like most free, but she definitely, when she wants to do stuff, she can do stuff. So yeah, it is definitely a part-time project, this, but we wanted to grow into something maybe a little bit more, but at the end of the day, like, we don't want to be like, hey, we're forcing this to grow bigger. We're more of just, hey, it would be cool if this did. And I want to make that a fine point. Like, we're not trying to be like, hey, we want to grow. we're saying, hey, it would be nice if we could grow.
Yeah, exactly. This is fun.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun doing this.
I really like it.
Some days more than others. This week specifically, I've just kind of been a little bit off my rocker due to like sleep stuff. But normally I do have a blast doing this, and again, I would love to do other things.
Yeah.
Hiccups are gone, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I noticed.
Straight brain damage.
Yeah.
Brain damage.
Liquid Katie, straight brain damage.
Yeah, don't.
That thing.
Yeah, I just take hardcore Katie and just inject it into my veins. Thank you very much. I will live with that for the rest of my life. Because I don't even know how you did. Well, I know exactly how you did it, but like that last stream, you just went on so dense information that my brain just popped. I was like, oh my gosh.
I stole 30 minutes of your life.
You didn't just steal 30 minutes of my life. I have no idea what happened during those 30 minutes. And every time I try and remember it, it is just pure pain. I am just like, yeah, I instantly get a headache from it. So congratulations, you have broken me that night.
I've created psychic damage.
Psychic damage. So that's your special move now. You just talk about really dense information and lore about Castlevania, and it just hurts everyone's brain.
That was super impressive how well you were good at dense your.
Yeah, no. It was definitely an accomplishment. I remember you got through like one part of Dracula lore, and then like it felt like you were just talking non-stop, and like I think I was able to follow through like 3 different games on Dracula lore. And then I was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of information. I'm glad you talked about it. And then I look at the time, and it was 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Time slowed down.
Time is slowed down and is delivering me pure punishment. Oh man.
Feeling my wrath.
Feel the wrath.
That was an experience, like straight
up.
Oh
my god, yeah, it was.
Yeah, but then, like after that, even I was like, okay, that was a lot of information. I should probably find smaller topics. The entirety of Dracula's timeline was definitely too.
Yeah, and today I think your topics were a little bit too small. But still.
Someone would have more, but.
Yeah, you dried that one up pretty fast. But hey, I mean, we'll get it there. Katie-vania will reach its pinnacle one day, where you will know exactly how much information to give and how to pace it. Otherwise, I mean, I guess we'll continue doing it until people tell us, no, this is terrible.
No more Castlevania lore. I know too much.
I know too much about Castlevania. I walked into your podcast not knowing a thing about Castlevania, and now I know all the Belmonts and the Belmondos.
And the Draculas.
Switch games.
Mm-hmm.
And
then I'll switch to Kirby lore, and I'll just slowly work my way through that.
Here's the thing. Once you start doing Kirby lore, though, I'm going to jump in with you, because I also love Kirby lore.
Oh yeah, then it'll be a double-edged sword.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, and I can talk about, like, very abstract information when it comes to Kirby lore. Hopefully not brain damaging, but...
Literally nothing.
Uh-huh.
Like, me and SpongeBob will be sitting here numbed by the fall of information that was put on.
The extreme psychic damage of the knowledge.
It's like me and Katie just both grab the mic from Kirby and just scream into it.
Yeah, I know.
Can no one stop Katie and Kate?
I'm like in the fetal position in the corner crying as you guys are just going on about Kirby lore.
And I've just got like super like wide bloodshot eyes, like haven't been able to sleep, and you guys are just like talking and talking. Like, I get it now.
Yeah, I get it.
Don't worry, we spent 4 whole hours on one wiki.
On multiple wikis on one character. It was. Yeah. Orpho
I
Knight.
remember hearing about that.
I mean, it's still our status on Discord. It is still
Yep.
our status on Discord.
I thought they were hilarious.
They are hilarious though, because it is like the most like what the fuck things.
Very anime.
Very
very-
anime. It is incredibly anime.
Yep.
I can't even begin to describe just how anime that is. I mean, and it's not just anime because it's, curvy. It's very anime because it's just very mistranslated.
Yeah,
Ah.
like they're okay. Black Knight in general is like that one character, like it's like Goku that went feral.
Yeah.
Full feral.
It was like if
Goku
Goku
does
went
the
out of
thing and
control and nobody knew
Oh.
what the fuck to do about it, so the only thing they could do is try and seal him away, but they can't even seal him away.
Like if they took Goku finally went feral and tried to kill everybody, like keep saying he's threatening.
Yeah. I mean,
we should probably cut this off now.
yeah, I mean, we're kind of
dangerous
reaching an end
territory.
point. Yeah, and so, I mean, I feel like that's just a good place to call things for the night.
I would say so.
Yeah, it sucks because I just became alive right now, so I'm like, oh man, I have so much energy. Sorry about my internet dying in the middle of that earlier.
And we'll take it.
It's
Yeah.
fine, it gave me the title.
It gave you a title. ROEL exe stopped working.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask you to update all the thumbnails. I mean, I'll talk to you about that privately later on thumbnails
yeah.
and stuff. Did you also make sure it's in the Witching Hour playlist?
I did not. I can do that tonight, though.
Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna be like, dock your pay, but
Okay.
what pay?
You will now get $. Give
you-
it to me.
You
You
lose
owe me money now.
you lose all of your shares in our corporation that doesn't exist.
Lose all your monopoly money.
Alright,
Oh,
well,
no.
on that note, thank you for joining us on the Witching Hour Filler podcast. Hopefully we were able to fill up your witching hour as much as possible. That being said, that's the Witching Hour Filler crew signing off.